On March 13, 1997, in Arizona's velvety sky, a celestial event occurred that would go down in mystery books as the Phoenix Lights.
She came in the house and she said, "Mom, you've got to run out and see what's over Camelback Mountain."
It's been 26 years, but it still fascinates, captivates, and confounds many of us.
And we still don't know what it was, but there are plenty of theories out there.
Thousands stood transfixed as a V-shaped formation of ethereal lights materialized, defying logic and conventional explanation. Stretching over 300 miles and lingering for hours, this enigma captured hearts and minds worldwide. The silent, colossal presence hovering above Phoenix left eyewitnesses, from seasoned pilots to everyday citizens, in awe and ignited a fervent quest for answers. On the evening of March 13, 1997, a tranquil night in the Southwest transformed into an unforgettable spectacle. At 7:55 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, a witness in Henderson, Nevada, gazed in awe as a massive V-shaped object glided silently across the sky, heading southeast. This was merely the beginning of what would become one of the most compelling UFO sightings in history. At 8:15 p.m., an ex-police officer in Paulden, Arizona, reported seeing a cluster of reddish-orange lights vanish over the southern horizon. These mysterious lights soon made their way over Prescott Valley, Arizona, where they caught the attention of Tim Lay, his wife Bobby, their son Hal, and grandson Damian Turnage. Initially, the lights appeared as 5 separate points arranged in an arc, almost like lanterns tethered to an invisible balloon. But as they watched, the lights began moving towards them, their arrangement shifting into the shape of an upside-down V. Over the next 10 minutes, the lights drew closer, the gaps between them widening. The family could now discern a solid structure connecting the lights, shaped like a 60-degree carpenter's square. This immense object, illuminated by 5 glowing points, hovered soundlessly about 100 to 150 feet above them.
When it finally got here and we realized this thing was coming right over us, we really started getting antsy. And then when it went directly overhead without a sound, it was like that. It was so big.
It seemed to pass through a natural V-shaped gap in the mountain peaks, heading towards Piestewa Peak and Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. By 8:30 p.m., the lights had reached Glendale, a suburb of northwest Phoenix. Here, more witnesses watched in astonishment as the formation floated overhead, high enough to be shrouded by thin clouds. Mitch Stanley, an amateur astronomer in Scottsdale, scrutinized the lights through his telescope and identified them as individual airplanes. Despite his explanation, many remained unconvinced. At around 10 p.m., Phoenix itself became the epicenter of this celestial enigma. Residents across the city looked skyward to see a row of brilliant lights either hovering or slowly descending. The light's eerie brilliance captured the imagination of thousands, leading to numerous photographs and videos that fueled a growing sense of wonder and speculation. Eyewitnesses from all walks of life, children, adults, the elderly, shared their stories, creating a rich tapestry of human experience.
It was a giant V, all right? And the right side of the V went over us. The left side was like a couple blocks over it.
It came right in the front yard, and we saw this huge aircraft coming over, probably covered half the mountain.
Pilots reported seeing lights that defied conventional aviation behavior, silent, massive, and seemingly suspended in midair. Neighbors buzzed with excitement and trepidation as people gathered on rooftops and streets, their faces turned skyward, captivated by the surreal display. The Phoenix lights left an indelible mark on those who witnessed them. The sheer scale and luminosity of the lights, coupled with their silent, coordinated movement, evoked a profound sense of mystery and awe. For many, the event transcended the realm of the ordinary, hinting at possibilities beyond the familiar world. In a surprising twist that adds another layer of intrigue to the Phoenix Lights saga, actor Kurt Russell recently revealed that he was the pilot who first reported the mysterious lights. During a BBC interview, Russell recounted his unexpected encounter with the UFO phenomenon while piloting a small aircraft with his son Oliver on board. As they were approaching Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport, Russell noticed 6 lights arranged in a perfect V-shape. The unusual sight caught his attention, and his son, equally puzzled, asked about the lights. Russell, momentarily lost in thought, assured his son that they were safe, but decided to report the sighting to air traffic control. At the time, the incident didn't leave a lasting impression on him. It wasn't until years later, while watching a TV program about the Phoenix Lights with his wife, Goldie Hawn, that Russell realized the significance of what he had witnessed. The moment of recognition felt surreal, reminiscent of a scene from the iconic film Close Encounters of the Third Kind, noted Russell. Russell's revelation brings a fascinating personal connection to the Phoenix Lights event, bridging the gap between Hollywood and one of the most famous UFO sightings in history. The Phoenix Lights incident wasn't just a fleeting moment of intrigue. It was an extraordinary event of unprecedented scale and duration that captivated the entire Arizona landscape. Unlike typical UFO sightings that often vanish in the blink of an eye, the Phoenix Lights lingered for several hours, providing a prolonged spectacle that kept observers in thrall and spurred extensive documentation. Witnesses across the state reported seeing the phenomenon from diverse vantage points. The lights, steadfast in the night sky, offered an extended display that defied conventional expectations of such sightings. This prolonged duration allowed for repeated observations and ample opportunity for photographs and video recordings, thereby magnifying the event's impact and searing it into the public consciousness. Throughout the night, numerous still photographs and videotapes captured a series of lights appearing at regular intervals. These lights glowed momentarily before extinguishing one by one, creating a mesmerizing sequence that seemed otherworldly. The images showed a striking pattern, an arc of lights that would emerge, linger for a few moments, and then disappear, only to reappear in a different part of the sky. Upon later analysis, many experts claimed that the images were the result of aircraft flares, partially obstructed by mountains invisible in the night. This natural obstruction created the illusion of an arc of lights that mystified and fascinated viewers. However, despite this explanation, the sheer scale and coordinated movement of the lights left many unconvinced, fueling speculation and intrigue. The Phoenix Lights incident captured the public's attention and garnered extensive media coverage, becoming a headline-grabbing sensation that reverberated across the country. News outlets scrambled to report on the mysterious lights, with television networks, newspapers, and radio stations dedicating considerable airtime and column inches to the phenomenon.
Something strange happened in the skies over Arizona that still hasn't been fully explained, and in reality...
Initial reactions from the media ranged from skepticism to awe, reflecting the uncertainty and intrigue surrounding the event. While some outlets approached the sightings with caution, attributing them to natural or man-made phenomenon, others embraced the mystery, speculating about extraterrestrial visitors and government cover-ups. The widespread media coverage had a profound impact on public perception, shaping attitudes and beliefs about the lights. For many, the event became synonymous with the possibility of extraterrestrial life and government secrecy, fueling speculation and debate about the nature of the lights and their significance. Furthermore, the media frenzy surrounding the Phoenix Lights served to legitimize UFO sightings and elevate the topic to the forefront of public discourse. It sparked a renewed interest in the unexplained and inspired a wave of curiosity and inquiry among people of all backgrounds and walks of life. Military and government officials swiftly responded to the Phoenix Lights incident, offering various explanations aimed at quelling public speculation and apprehension. Initially, the Air Force blamed the lights on flares dropped during a training exercise at the nearby Barry Goldwater Range. This explanation sought to provide a mundane, albeit plausible, rationale for the sightings. Subsequent statements from government agencies reiterated the flare theory or suggested other conventional explanations, such as misidentified aircraft or weather phenomena. These explanations attempted to assuage public concern and dispel notions of extraterrestrial involvement. Additionally, officials emphasized the importance of national security and the need to avoid unnecessary panic or alarm. Despite the official explanations, many remained skeptical, pointing to inconsistencies in witness testimonies and radar data. Critics argued that the military's assertions failed to fully account for the scale, duration, and behavior of the lights reported by eyewitnesses. Moreover, the lack of definitive evidence to support the military's claims only served to fuel suspicion and speculation among the public. Some individuals speculated that the Phoenix Lights event was attributable to weather balloons or other types of atmospheric phenomena. Often released into the sky for scientific research and atmospheric monitoring, weather balloons can appear as bright floating objects when illuminated by sunlight. However, atmospheric conditions such as temperature inversions or atmospheric refraction can create optical illusions by distorting the appearance of celestial objects and making them appear larger or more luminous than they actually are. Those who witnessed the event firsthand have met this alternative theory with skepticism, despite it offering a seemingly rational explanation for the Phoenix Lights. UFO researchers and independent investigators played a pivotal role in scrutinizing the Phoenix Lights incident as they embarked on a quest to unravel the truth behind the mysterious phenomenon. Early investigations yielded a wealth of compelling findings that cast doubt on the theories proposed by military and government officials. Radar data analysis conducted by experts revealed anomalies inconsistent with conventional aircraft or weather phenomena. Instead of depicting routine military exercises or atmospheric conditions, the radar signature suggested the presence of large, unidentified objects moving in a synchronized manner, a stark contrast to the explanations offered by authorities. Witness testimonies further undermine the credibility of official explanations, with many describing the lights that defied conventional aircraft characteristics and exhibited unusual behavior. Eyewitness accounts consistently described a single cohesive event characterized by its silent, massive objects hovering in the sky.
Didn't know what to do. You know, it was just like, my God, how big is this thing?
Additionally, the analysis of photographic evidence bolstered the case for further investigation by capturing the distinct V-shaped formation and scale of the lights. These early discoveries laid the groundwork for continued scrutiny and fueled public interest in unraveling the greatest UFO mystery of the Southwest. Despite the efforts of UFO researchers and independent investigators, many questions surrounding the Phoenix Lights remain unanswered, challenging our understanding of the event and its implications. Several prominent figures were involved in the investigation and public discourse surrounding the Phoenix Lights event, each contributing to the understanding and interpretation of the phenomenon. One key figure is Governor Fife Symington, who initially downplayed the event but later admitted to witnessing the lights himself and expressing frustration with the lack of answers provided by the military.
Unquestionably, it was a UFO, which means unidentified flying object.
That doesn't mean we're being visited.
Well, it's nothing like anything I've ever seen.
And you're an Air Force guy.
Yeah, and a pilot. Got a lot of hours flying. So it was pretty breathtaking.
Another notable individual is Dr. Lynn Katai, a physician and UFO researcher who documented the Phoenix Lights incident and its aftermath in her book, The Phoenix Lights, A Skeptic's Discovery That We Are Not Alone. Katai's research and advocacy helped to keep the mystery of the Phoenix Lights alive in the public consciousness.
One or two events. There were many events over many, many hours.
Prominent UFO researchers such as Dr. Stephen Greer and Stanton Friedman have contributed their expertise to the Phoenix Lights investigation as well. Their involvement helped legitimize the study of UFO phenomena and encourage further inquiry into the events of March 13, 1997. The Phoenix Lights incident left a profound psychological mark on those who witnessed it. Many described feelings of awe, astonishment, and even terror as they watched the surreal spectacle unfold. The event's magnitude and mysterious nature challenged their understanding of reality, stirring deep emotions and existential questions. For some, the experience led to trauma and fear, resulting in persistent anxiety and sleep disturbances. The inability to explain what they had seen left them feeling vulnerable and unsettled. The skepticism and ridicule directed towards their accounts exacerbated their distress, leading to feelings of isolation. In the aftermath, many eyewitnesses sought support through groups and counseling, sharing their stories to find understanding and closure. This helped them reclaim a sense of agency over their narratives, despite widespread skepticism. The incident dominated headlines and became a cultural touchstone, leading to a surge in UFO sightings and discussions about unexplained phenomena. This increased visibility contributed to a broader acceptance of the possibility of extraterrestrial visitation, prompting the formation of new organizations dedicated to studying UFOs and unexplained aerial events. In addition to the Phoenix Lights events of March 13, 1997, there have been other notable UFO sightings in the Phoenix area that bear similarities or connections to the iconic incident. One such sighting occurred on July 14, 2016, when a series of lights were observed hovering over the city. While officials attributed the lights to military flares, some eyewitnesses noted similarities in their appearance and behavior to the 1997 event. Another significant sighting took place on February 24, 2019, when multiple witnesses reported seeing a large V-shaped formation of lights flying silently over Phoenix. The resemblance to the Phoenix Lights was uncanny, sparking speculation and debate about the nature of the phenomena. While explanations ranged from military exercises to drones, the similarities to the 97 event raised intriguing questions about the possibility of a recurring phenomena in the Phoenix sky. While each of these events may have its own unique characteristics and explanations, their connections to the iconic 1997 incident highlight the ongoing fascination with unexplained aerial phenomena in the region. Phoenix isn't the only location known for mysterious light sightings. A notable example is the Tehran UFO incident of September 19, 1976, in which multiple witnesses, including pilots and military personnel, observed a bright object hovering over the skies of Tehran, Iran. Like the Phoenix Lights, the Tehran incident involved unidentified objects displaying unusual behavior and defying conventional explanations, prompting widespread speculation and debate. Another similar event is the Belgian UFO wave of 1989 to 1990, during which hundreds of witnesses reported sightings of triangular-shaped objects flying silently over Belgium. These objects, often described as black triangles with bright lights, exhibited characteristics reminiscent of the Phoenix Lights, including their large size and eerie silence. The Hessdalen Lights phenomenon in Norway also shares similarities with the Phoenix Lights in terms of the recurring appearance of mysterious lights in the night sky. These lights, observed in the Hessdalen Valley since the early 1980s, defy conventional explanations and continue to intrigue scientists and UFO enthusiasts alike. The Phoenix Lights event of March 13, 1997, remains one of the most perplexing and captivating UFO sightings in history. Eyewitness accounts spanning diverse demographics and locations attest to the surreal spectacle that unfolded in the Arizona sky. As the years pass, the intrigue endures, fueling speculation and fascination. Whether the lights were a result of human technology or something beyond our understanding, they remind us of the vast unknown that surrounds us. It's this sense of mystery and the quest for answers that keeps the story of the Phoenix Lights alive.